just, what brought us to Global Awakening was really just learning more about what God has put inside of us and the community around us. For the last 12 years, my wife and I were college pastors over a very large and growing and revival-like atmosphere. But through all the learning how to pastor and learning the administration and learning how to shepherd, the best thing that we found is we really didn't know everything that God has for us. We didn't really know how to equip everyone around us. And so this was a perfect opportunity for our family to take a deep breath, grow together, learn together, and also learn how God made us individually and how God can make us as a team moving forward. Well, Global Impact has made such a huge impact on myself and my family by just allowing us to be ourselves. My wife and I are completely gifted differently. Whatever she's maybe strong in predominantly, I'm weak, and vice versa. And what they've really been teaching us through so many instructions and personal conversations with the administration, the leadership, is just looking us in the eye and telling us it's okay to be you. You don't have to perform. God made you different. He made all of us so different. But what He's doing is He's putting us as pieces together for the body of Christ so we can all minister together. That's had a huge impact. I can be myself. My wife can be herself. We can teach our children to be themselves. And so that has had a massive impact of how we really look at kingdom business moving forward. The moment that really stood out to me that made the biggest impact so far in my first year was my trip to Brazil. Now, I know many of you are thinking it's because I got to go to Brazil with Randy Clark and I got to go see so many healings, and absolutely that was fantastic. But I was coming from a situation where I was hurt by the church. I was coming from a situation where I had to walk away from a ministry that I loved deeply. And I had gone into a situation where I had made that ministry my Isaac or my idol in my life. And I was heartbroken and I was in pieces. And on this trip, I had two men, Happy Lehman and Dr. Mike Hutchins, take me to the side and hold me and let me cry, but also explain to me that I had to put the idol in my life, that even wasn't because it was a ministry, I had to put that aside and go after Jesus and make God the God in my life again. That was a huge moment of my healing as I'm going forward. That changed my life forever. The last thing that I want to share about my story is I was really hesitant about coming. I didn't know much about Global and I didn't know much about the conferences and I didn't know if I'd be accepted. I didn't know that I didn't just always just reach out for spiritual giftings and I didn't know what was going on at conferences and would they look at me and just cast me to the side? Would they just look at me and think, you're not gifted enough and just reject me and where would I fit in? And so as my wife and I thought about the move and where we could go and would I even fit here, I was really hesitant to come because I really didn't know if I would be loved or not. I'm here to tell you that that's the first thing that I always am. From the first day that I showed up to almost to the end, is I was loved and accepted of exactly how God made me, how He gifted me, and what He called me to be and what He called me to do in His kingdom. Global loves, and it's that simple.